Kareena's debut film, Refuge.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
What did you think?
Good. I mean, as a debut, it was pretty good. I confess I hadn't seen much of her work before I worked with her, but I thought Refugee was an interesting debut. I liked the film as well. Then I mean, I had heard. Let me tell you about Kareena. When I always thought she had a lot of potential. And when I finally did work with her, it was quite amazing experience. Because she may not look like that, but I mean, there is a ability in her which is the ability to surprise you. Prepares for her part, but she keeps a little, as all good actors do, they keep a little bit open for improvisation, for the end, for an instinct, and it works really well. Her is, you don't expect it, suddenly she surprises you in a shot, I mean, she prepares, the lines are there, she's worked at it, and she rehearses, and she's very dedicated. And Chameli was very difficult because, that sari weighs, 200 kilos, rain for even cameras or rehearsal. And it was because the lighting had to be very exact, and we wanted to make a film which was not harsh, So, I mean, there was a lot of detailed camera. The camera work in Chameli is pretty detailed. But she was very sporting and very dedicated and very professional. But the best thing was that, there was that little surprise. She would add something that I had not told her. Something that would be just like an addition. There would be a look. There would be a helpless quality, because this is a girl who's kind of helpless through the night, and she just, events are sort of whirling her, and she's just reacting to events, And it's wonderful how she did it. The slight anger that she got when she started accusing the pimp. There's this whole thing where the pimp accuses her of, betraying him, and she said, "What could I do? You want me to go to a diseased person?" And the kind of quality she gets there, and then this. But, it's a complicated emotion. There is a pimp who's misusing her at night, but he's also helped her, and the morality is different. And that morality is that of a dhandewali, And at the end of it, she also is grateful to him. She has a relationship with him. She knows his sister and his wife and his mother. So she doesn't want him to die. She wants him out of the way. She wants him out of her life. Maybe she wants him not to harm her, but she doesn't want him to die. And that's the complicated emotion that she played so well towards the end of the film. I was very, very impressed.
Chameli was a very significant turning point in her career. And it was a very unlikely that, the whole the characterization that he did, taking Kareena for this character.
Yeah.
So, how did you think of casting her, and how and why?
No, but I mean, I think Pratish and everybody went to her part, and she agreed. And I think she should do more parts like Chameli. I think she should, over a year, she should do 3 glamorous parts and maybe 1 part, she was very good in Omkara. She was very good in Dev. She was very good in Yuva. It's just not that there's only Chameli in her career or anything. So, I mean, I think and even the other fun parts, she's very good. She was very, very good in Jab We Met. So, I mean, she's one of the best we have, and I think she should realize her potential more as an actress.
Did you think of, you were thinking of Kareena in that character? Did you start off thinking of?
No, Chameli is a strange, because it's kind of preordained. Kareena was already there, and we decided to cast her, and the company decided to cast her. And I was, Kareena was always there, I mean, Chameli was a film that came to me, and I did it at 10 days' notice. So it was another kind of thing for me. But when they told me that Chameli, Kareena, because I rewrote the script then according to her. So I sort of, because she had the main part and the whole film rested on her. So I mean, when they asked me to do Chameli, I said I can't do it till I don't because I write my own scripts. So the set was standing. I rewrote the whole script in 10 days, and then we started. It's the fastest film in cinema history, I think. From the day I started rewriting the script to release, it's 4.5 months. So, and she was very, very quick, and she got the character right, and because and there was this wonderful professional quality. It wouldn't have been possible for me to do Chameli the way I did it, if not for Kareena and Rahul and the way they, of course, the cameraman Aseem Bajaj. If all of them were not there, then it would have been impossible. And there I saw this absolutely amazing ability that she has. She has amazing abilities. Easy, directing her, because she's really bright, and she gets everything that you say. Very few actors, when you go from take one to take two, and you'll say, a lot of actors will say, why take two? But if you tell them why take two, there's no difference between take one and take two. But with Kareena, there's always, if you tell her something, it always reflects. If she agrees, that always reflects. But she, not only does she take what you say to her, she gets it, and then there is something that triggers in her head, which you'll see, which will surprise you, and which you'll be, really happy with. And these are things that only actors can bring. There are moments in films that, it cannot be directed. It's when the director, actor, the film, everything is in sync, some magic happens. So she's very open to that magic. She's prepared, and she's professional, and she's really uninhibited. She's like a true professional and a really magical actress.
In the final result, in Chameli, what did you think, according to you as a director, what did Kareena bring to that character? Something she had.
But the Chameli was a story of a prostitute, but it was the story of a prostitute going through an experience through the night. So, and a rainy night, as the rain, as the experience of that night, she becomes like a child. So it's as if the rain washes that makeup away, and in the end, you see this vulnerable little girl, and that she got so hard. She got this hard-nosed dhande wali in the beginning, chalta hai kya saab? And then in the end, she's giggling and saying, "Raat to bitaya apne dhande wali ke saath, na aapki biwi kya kahegi?" So that quality of a little girl, that laughter, that innocence, that she got really well, I think.
Would you call her a spontaneous actress or a method actress?
I call her an instinctive actress, but an instinctive actress who has her own personal way of preparing. It's personal with her, and she, I think it's kind of unconscious with her. It's as much, I think a director should talk as much as possible to her. So which kind of she registers, and she listens, and she's a very good listener, and she works on it in a certain way. It's not, she doesn't make a fuss out of work. A lot of actors make a lot of fuss out of preparing. She doesn't. She does it in a very everyday, daily kind of way, but she's very, very good.
When she started out with Refuge, her performance was critically acclaimed. But then on, we did not see anything coming out of her, anything great coming out of her. Her films were not doing well. Why do you think she did not work in those earlier lot of films where?
People are new, you act in accepted ways in films made by leading filmmakers of that time, and you hope they will, do a good job with you, and sometimes it doesn't work. Then actors become experienced, they have more the ability to say no, and they are less afraid to upset someone. So then they take choices which are more theirs, So I think if you notice, any actor, does very well in the beginning, then the next 3, 4, 5, 6 films are not so good, because they are sort of saying yes to accepted banners and not being able to say anything there, and maybe saying yes to the wrong films. And then they get the confidence to say no and work with their own people, and then if they're good, the magic happens again.
If you have seen any of her earlier films, do you think one reason was that her characters were very similar that she was playing?
I think so, and that's the problem in Indian cinema. They want typecast. And you want to, so she was playing Pooh or whatever the character was called, so I mean, that's the problem of popular cinema in India, that it's not about anything else but some formulas,
She came with Ashoka in according to you, think it was a commendable effort from Kareena?
Yeah, I think she was a bit raw at that time, but yeah, There's a lot of very interesting things in Ashoka, which I thought was a film which, wasn't consistent. But, so it somewhere tried to be a popular film, somewhere tried to be a historical, it got caught in between stools, but there was a lot of and the cinematography was breathtaking. Kareena looked lovely. The characters were interesting. The war scenes were splendid. Shah Rukh was very good. There was a lot of good things in that.
Another film was Dev, which you were talking about a couple of minutes earlier. Her performance in Dev?
Dev was very good. I think both her and Fardeen were good, and standing there with Mr. Bachchan. In fact, Dev is a film that people should see more, And I thought she did that part with a lot of grace. And that's the best thing about her. When she plays simple, she's not playing, she can play this ultra glamorous. She can do these really sexy numbers. And then when she plays these simple girls, she does it with such, vulnerability and grace and simplicity. And she's not bringing that actress, that's the star, into it at all.
She played Desdemona in Vishal Bharadwaj adaptation of Othello.
Yeah.
According to you, did she do full justice to that character of Rahul Mishra in Aman Kapoor?
I think so. I think she was very good. And who else better than this girl she's at the center of it, and it might look like a film about Othello and Iago and the Saif character and the Ajay Devgan character. But the film at the center of it is this girl, and if she doesn't work, then it won't work the whole film. So I think that's the fascinating thing about Kareena, that she understands just what her part is, and she's playing that part. She's not doing anything extra, and that's the hallmark of a very good actor. That some places, you see the Godfather court scene in Godfather 2, there's a moment there where, they're in the house, there's an investigation committee, and you see Diane Keaton sitting next to Al Pacino. And through the whole scene, you don't notice Diane Keaton because you're not supposed to notice her. At one point, you're supposed to notice her, and then you do. And she's not acting. So acting is also about when not to act. In a film, you have to know when not to perform. When you have to know when is it the other actor's scene. When the film is trying to communicate through the other actor.
Then, of course, very recently we had Jab We Met. According to you, her performance in Jab We Met, what do you think?
Really, really very good. I think she holds the whole film, and wonderful. And it's a very difficult film to play, role to play. To play it at that pitch is very difficult because you always can tip over, and it can be over dramatic, it can be loud. But to play a loud character well is, I think, the most difficult part of cinema, because there you are not being held by anything else but yourself. So it's the script, the dialogue, the director, of course, but it's that pitch you have to maintain. It's very easy to do subtle underplaying. There's a camera, there is a lighting, there's the mood, there's the context, there's the background music, and you don't do anything, and a scene can work. The actor has not done much, but you see the melodramatic good performances, Premnath in Bobby. I think it's one of the great loud performances in Indian cinema, Jab We Met. Kareena in Jab We Met, Premnath in Johnny Mera Naam. Premnath has given wonderful loud performances, So that kind of thing, Dilip Kumar in Gopi, Ganga Jamuna, Amitabh Bachchan in Amar Akbar Antony, Kareena in Jab We Met.
Whether she has flops or hits in her career, she's always attained that. She was always in that, that one of the top heroine slots. She always had that star status to herself. What do you think is Kareena's USP for her success?
Well, she's beautiful. She's stunning. She's a very good actress. She has great presence. You don't have to put a bit of makeup on her. She can just walk out of her bedroom and you can shoot her, and she's gorgeous. She's wonderful professional. She knows her skill set is perfect. A choreographer gives her a move, she does it tuck in 1 minute. So there is no. She's really professional. I was told otherwise before Chameli, but I found her wonderfully professional. Worked 12 hours a day, and we completed the film 32 days.